Kick-ass facts, the history of ex say oiste continued. John Wilmot, Earl of Rochester, who had a, if you remember from last episode, had a sexual society, wrote the poem Signor Dildo. The poem addressed the theme of women finding greater satisfaction from a ding-dong device than from English men. As most toys were imported from Italy, this caused anxiety among upper-class Englishmen who associated Italy with effeminizing eroticism. This was considered humiliating since it implied that an Italian-manufactured object had replaced them. 1734, the clockwork vibrator was invented in France and was available from medical instrument suppliers in the American colonies by the 1950s. 1844, Charles Goodyear accidentally discovered how to vulcanize rubber. He revolutionized the car world and the marital aid industry. The vulcanization process made rubber more robust and durable and was eventually used to produce condoms and all manner of monster-mashing toys. 1869, George Taylor, MD, was the first American to create a steam and foot hand crank device. Taylor's manipulator turned a wheel which pushed a rod that created a movement on a handle or padded surface. The patient, because this was for hysteria, would either hold onto the handle and receive the vibration or oscillations, or sit against the padded surface to receive the movement from the machine. The manipulator was essentially an inefficient steam engine which attached a mortar and pestle, minus the mortar. This machine hid its engine in another room with the apparatus sticking through the wall. It's like the kind of a glory hole, but not really. 1883, Dr. Joseph Mortimer Granville patented the first electromechanical vag machine, originally called Granville's hammer. The machine was manufactured and sold to physicians to relieve muscle aches. I got an aching muscle for you. At least a dozen models were available to the medical profession. There were musical vibrators, counterweighted, vibratory forks, undulating wire coils called vibratiles, vibrators that hung from the ceiling, attached to tables, floor models on rollers, and portable devices that fit into the palm of your hand. The Macara's Pulsicon hand vibrator was developed in the 1880s and sold until the early 1900s. It was a complex hand crank vibrator which could produce up to 5,000 vibrations per minute. It took considerable effort to use. You had to hold on to an end, manually crank the handle while placing the other part on your body. I applaud that kind of commitment to task, honestly. It was advertised as a self-administered treatment for various ailments, including hysteria. The 1890s saw the advent of the motion picture, and it wasn't long before early filmmakers began producing the very first pants-off, dance-off movies. Some early films included shots of women parallel parking with various devices. 1900 to 1920, by the turn of the century, there were more than 20 models available, running on electricity, batteries, foot power, or water power. Prices could range from $15 to $200 for the Cadillac of vibrators called the Chattanooga. $200 in 1920 is over $3,000 today. The new and improved Pulsicon blood circulator was like the original with a little something extra. It featured applicators that would screw into the center of the device so you could manually increase the vibrations and have more control.